Hey guys, Miles Seegers for the Magnetic Online Marketing Channel. What's up, guys? Listen, before I get started, this video I want to share with you today, I want to give you a heads up. I want to give you a little warning, okay? It's a bit of a diversion from what we normally talk about on this channel. I just want to let you know you are on the right channel. You didn't accidentally get here. You're on the right channel. This is a channel that we talk about making money online, earning money online, building a lifestyle, all that good stuff. You are on the right channel. But I wanted to give you guys a little bit of diversion today, something to think about, something that even though it may not seem on the surface that it's directly related to online marketing. I can assure you it is related to enhancing your life, building a better lifestyle, improving your business. Because, guys, listen, I'm going to probably talk about this in another video, but there's this circle out there. It's called the circle of life, and it deals with your finances, it deals with your health, deals with your spiritual side. There's a lot of things that are combined in this circle. And I'll tell you, think of this circle as spokes in a wheel. If one of those spokes in the wheel is broken, okay, guys, you're not going to be able to live a fulfilled life. So anyway, let me get to it, guys. So listen, a couple of years ago, I attended a mastermind. I attend a lot of masterminds. And when I go to these masterminds, my wife is always with me. I mean, I can't think of a live event or a mastermind where my wife didn't accompany me. We joke around. She's like my silent partner in the business. She's like my secret weapon. But, I really like having her there with me. So I attended this mastermind. It was for a weekend. And the funny thing about this mastermind, it was at a buddy of mine's house. And so again, think about this, guy. It was at his house. And I was actually staying at his house for the weekend, along with some other marketers. And apparently, I'm trying to remember back, guys, I think that there wasn't enough room at the time for my wife to also come. We're like, oh, no big deal. Then I'll just go by myself. But I knew in the back of my mind, folks, that I was going to miss my beautiful wife. I knew that. And, my wife and I talked about it. She's like, oh, go ahead, sweetheart. But, she really, really wanted to come. So she wasn't able to make it. So anyway, I flew to my buddy's house, okay? They picked me up at the airport. I think it was the first day I was getting ready for the mastermind. And lo and behold, we find out that some of the attendees that were coming to the mastermind, for some reason or another, they couldn't come. And again, there was a group of us that were staying at my buddy's house for the mastermind. Well, those people that couldn't come meant that there was more room for other people. So my wife and I were kind of talking on the phone. I'm like, sweetheart, those people didn't show up. And then, my wife, we're kind of talking back and forth. And I could tell she really, excuse me, guys, my eyes are tearing for some reason. She really, really wanted to come. And I wanted her to come also. So, we're kind of talking about, and I knew where the conversation was going because I'm like, sweetheart, why don't you just come? Guys, it was my first day there. And I was missing her already. I wanted her there. So even though I had flew down there by myself, she jumped on the plane last minute and she flew down. We met her at the airport, picked her up, and there we were at the mastermind. And again, my wife and I, now there was more room at the person's house. We were all able to stay at his house. Here's my point to this video, guys. Now, it's kind of funny, guys. When we when my buddy picked up my wife, we picked her up at the airport. He was talking to me. And he's like, he kept kind of joking with me because he knew that I had been calling her back and forth on the phone. So he's like, hey Miles, he's like, listen, Miles, can I ask you a question? He goes, are you guys newlyweds? And I'm like, no. Well, why do you ask? I'm like, well, you're only here for a few days. Your wife didn't have to come. I thought you guys were newlyweds. I'm like, no. And at the time, it was a couple of years ago, I said, no. We've been married for like 8 years now. And he kind of looked at me like, well, wouldn't you want to, I guess he was thinking like, wouldn't you want to get away from your wife and have that freedom of time away from her? He didn't say that. But, I could see in his eyes, that's what he was thinking. Here's my point, guys. Whether it's in business whether it's in relationships. Listen, if you are in a business, or maybe you still have a job, or you have a job, and you really don't love that job, you're just kind of there, because it pays the bills. You kind of wish you could find something better. Maybe, and I hope it's not this way, folks. Maybe you're in a relationship where, it's just kind of there. Maybe you're wishing you could find something better. You're kind of keeping an eye out for something better. Listen, guys, if you're in that type of situation, I'm not going to sit here and try to be a marriage counselor, but if you're in that situation, I just want you to think of this one thing. I want you to realize that, and you've heard this before, I want you to realize that life is short. Now, you hear that, and you know what? It goes in one ear and out the other. Do me a favor, folks. Listen to what I'm going to say to you again, but put your hand over one of your ears so it doesn't go out the other ear. I'm going to say it again. Life is short. And if you're not careful, you're going to wake up and life is going to be gone. You're going to be 70 or 80 years old wondering what happened to your life. And if you are in a situation that doesn't fulfill you, whether it's a job or a business or a relationship, and listen, guys, my wife and I, we're going on, I think, 10 or 11 years now, and we joke around, it seems like we just met. Again, I don't want to be a marriage counselor, but I'm telling you, everything ties together, guys, whether it's your business, whether it's your personal life. And if you're not living that type of life, you're not missing those people who are important to you. You're trying to get away from them and you don't want to really be around them. Or you're trying to get away from that job. You're just praying for Friday. You're just hoping that your weekend lasts forever. You're dreading going back to work on Monday. Maybe, my friends, maybe you ought to think about doing something else. Seriously, guys. Life, put your hand up. Cover that ear. Okay? I don't want it to go out the other ear. Life is short. And you only have one. Folks, this is not a dress rehearsal. This thing we call life. This is the real thing. This is the real thing. So again, guys, do me a favor. Seriously, folks, do me a favor. I don't know, maybe you're in a relationship, you have a spouse, you're married, or you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, you have children, whatever. The people that matter to you, whether it's your spouse, your children, or maybe even a best friend, the people that matter to you, look them up or just turn to them, okay? Or call up a friend, call up a buddy, call up an old girlfriend, somebody that matters to you. The guys, don't do this because you think you have to do it. Only do it because that person matters to you. And either call them up, or better yet, look them in the eye and tell them, hey, I just wanted to let you know, I was thinking about you. I love you. I absolutely love you. I adore you. You're very, very special to me. You're important to me. I know when you left for work this morning, I said, I love you, sweetheart, but I wanted to tell you again. I wanted to tell you again that I absolutely love you. Go ahead and do that, folks, and see how good you'll feel. And I'll see you guys in the next video, and we'll resume talking directly about how to make money online. Who knows? We'll even talk about Facebook, landing pages. One of my favorite topics, retargeting. Okay, and how to get those YouTube video ranks. So again, guys, Miles Seegers, the Magnetic Online Marketer. I will see you, my friends, in the next video. Have a great day, guys.